Come along as we showcase that really growing is all about being a janitor, and you keep some plants alive sometimes. Chaos.
Ready? 3. You got the heavy side.
Yeah. Basically, we took over the grow today. The employees left. Ownership changes hands tonight at midnight. We figured we'd get a head start on cleaning the place up. All right. So much mess. This can stay a mess.
Just the amount of testing that we wanted to get done, we realized that we probably needed to take R&D in-house. I mentioned to a buddy in passing, like, hey, if a small facility comes up, let me know. And he was like, actually, somebody just called me about a tiny facility around the corner. Like, let me put you in contact with them. And 6 weeks, it was chaos, but we're very happy it got done. And we took over July 1st, 2025.
What is
Very
this?
moist root riots.
Root riots? We're not using these, right?
Kind of the unique thing about this grow is we took it over and we had 4 rooms in production. So we took over 2 rooms in week 8 and 2 rooms in week 3. And we basically had to come in, no substrate sensors, not great environmental sensors, and just kind of figure it out.
The Chanel's dank, bro. I really like the Chanel. There's a sour D here too. Uh-huh. A good one? I don't know. I'll flower it out and I'll tell you. We have 2 harvests coming down in the next 6 weeks. So we're gonna owe a little bit of power on that, but basically those are for operating costs and improvements.
Holy shit. Dude, there's like some random devices in here.
Are those all Metafin drips?
All 0.3s, yeah.
Oh, they're 0.3s?
But there's tables and shit. This is wild. Dylan's office. It's really exciting to be able to have a place that's strictly for the purpose of trying things out and just growing the best flower that you possibly can. Not necessarily the most amount of flower. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm not looking for specifics. I'm just being...
Alex, probably the most vital piece. He's gonna be head of data collection, head of really making sure every trial gets done in the appropriate way. He's also gonna be irrigating, adjusting climates.
Typically at this point in time too, they would be flushing and we've continued to keep EC going. And so we're having some stuff like this where we're having some leaf burning. So the majority of the room is healthy and not having the leaf burn, but it's part of the conversation of whether we take it down on the normal schedule on the 15th or we wait a little bit longer, see about the more color.
People pay attention to leaf health a little too much. What we don't want is dead leaves dying into the bud because you're really gonna destroy the nose and the overall look of it. So we're really trying to manage that right now with getting good final product for the majority of the room. Likely we'll harvest these burned plants separately, put them on their own rack, trim them separately, have them as a different quality standard. But the rest of the room is really booming and is just starting to get that purple color. So we're kind of holding on to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Like this.
Yeah, this right here.
Like you could bring it out easily, you know, but do you like the camo?
Yeah, no.
So we're taking cuts from the moms that were left here, and we're taking backups for genetics so that we can restart all these moms the way that we like to do them. And then also taking a bunch extra so that Tim can choose what he wants to go into the flower rooms. And the way I like to do it is take like 10 to 15 cuts, put them here, and then from here, clean them up nice, put them into a beaker. Beaker goes over to the table. Once I get about 2 strains done, then I go start sticking them. That's how I do it.
Kyle comes in from a similar background that I had, 215 grower, went to Connected legally, and he's been super vital in keeping our mom health up, our clone health up, really getting the veg clicking as fast as possible. And you know, if there's clones ready to take when you're retrofitting and you're trying to get a facility turned on, it's good to just have plants ready to go into flower because you never know what's gonna happen with that batch before. So he has actually saved us a ton of headache.
Plant them dry like that and then hit them with their veg feed.
We took a light meter and realized that the old HPS bulbs they had in here were barely getting to about 600 micromole at Canopy. Understanding that we were already gonna swap out every top light in the facility, we knew it was a good time to use the 4 rooms we have as different top lighting scenarios that we could use because everybody's running a different top light.
Welcome guys, this is Faven's R&D grow that we just purchased. It's fully operational. We've got 4 rooms full of flowering plants, 2 full veg rooms. Come take a look. All right, so welcome. This is the mom room. We've got some good clones going on. These are gonna be replacing the moms and our next production run. So if you wanna zoom in here. 8 days out from the initial push, so looking pretty good. We're gonna get through these, cut them back. This is a lot bigger than we like to get with our moms. We like to turn them over quicker here, but we have to keep them alive until the next generation's done. So this is the veg room. This is where we get everything ready for our flower production rooms. These are doing great. We weren't even planning on using these plants for production. This is just to test out the veg room and see how it works with some kind of plant load. And then we've got more genetics here. So this was 10 days ago. And yeah, we got more. Just trying to figure out these rooms and see, you know, how do the clones do? How do fresh transplants do? So we're learning it. We're figuring out how to manipulate it, environmental, and make sure everything works out. But these are just testers. Some of these will become moms, but a lot of these we're just gonna cut to kill these, start fresh for our next production run. Kyle's done an amazing job cleaning this place up, and looks night and day than what it did 2 weeks ago. We're cleaning the dry room right now for our first harvest tomorrow, so it's really exciting. There's a lot of work to be done. We've got dosatrons going in. We've got a better fertigation rig coming too, but dosatrons are gonna have to work for now until we turn this place over a couple times to get the funding back in. We've got workspace. Each veg has its own irrigation tank. Middle of week 5 right now, we took over in the middle of week 3. This is a full HPS room. As you can see, there are cords and everything just kind of strewn about. We're gonna be flipping this to a full LED room. And what's cool about this is there's an identical room right next door to us that's gonna stay HPS. We're gonna replace those for a better comparison of like new light versus new light. We're basically here to showcase the differences between HPS LED and running under Canopy in either of them. This is all gonna switch to 1-to-1 replacement, so it's gonna be the same lighting density, just a different fixture. We're gonna be able to showcase everything we want to and figure out how to best use our new Chroma units underneath full spectrum LEDs. So this is room 3. This is a full HPS room still. We've got 15 lights over here, and then we've got this funny little bench right here with 3 HPS. This room's gonna be going full checkerboard with mixed light, LED, and HPS. We're gonna do 3 LEDs here just to keep it simple and keep them off the wall. But this is gonna be a checkerboard room, which is gonna be really interesting. So we're just starting to get a hold on things. A bunch of genetics that we've never run before, but we're very, very happy that we were able to take over and nothing died. All right, so this is our smallest room. This is room 4. This room has a height constraint. So we figured we would kind of lean into that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this from a 12 lighter to a 15 lighter. And we're gonna go all multi-bar LEDs. In here, we're really gonna mimic what it's like growing in a multi-tier situation where you've got a very hard height limitation that you need to cultivate within. So because we already have the shorter ceilings, it's the perfect room to do it. It's a 15 lighter. We're really looking forward to getting that swap done because right now we've got HPS that are pretty close to the Canopy and not an ideal mix. We've got, you know, this strip of HPS here makes a different product than the middle of the room with the strip of LEDs, and then you've got another strip of HPS. So it's just really difficult to get uniform product when you don't have a uniform light throw or uniform lighting source. We're really looking forward to showing how you can use the lights to kind of manipulate the height. And you can do that through intensity, just like we do with top lights. So room 4, 15 lights. It's gonna mimic multi-tier cultivation, and we're hoping to prove that out. They'll make a call. It's very hard to see. A lot of the hard work was done, so we really just got this across the finish line. It's not really our work, but very happy that it turned out as quality as it did.
For most of the day, it's going to be a good, solid, full day's worth of work because we're going to do this room and then we have the other smaller room that we're going to knock out after.
Dylan, he is junior tech support at Faven. So he's been great for our, environmental sensor installs. He's been great for rewiring. He's the guy that answers the phone if you called the tech support line. And he's here basing out of the grow. So, you know, if you have a question about the controller, he's gonna walk over to the controller on the wall.
It just makes a more seamless connection.
We really couldn't be at this point this quickly without him.
No, it's cool to see. It's nice to come in on a harvest day, although they have no time for me, but I can understand that. Growing all these rooms without under canopy lights, like what the hell is going on here?
You know, I literally just took a video of the dry room, like, this is pathetic.
See all these plants here? They're all stripped up right here. I want to see these plants. I want to see these to be buds top to bottom out.
Like, dude, aren't you the under canopy guy? We're excited to flip the rooms, get our plants in there, make some upgrades, and see what we can do with some chromas. 38.6.
You can also just hit the on-off, just because it's bigger. 42.7.
You saying I have fat fingers, Alex Gray?
No, I think that you have narrow, scrawny fingers.
Oh, damn! We didn't need that.
Yeah, come today with violence.
Oh, that's fine. It has been a violent day this morning. Yeah, so anytime we see 40 ounces on the wet weight, we know that's about a quarter pound, which is 4 ounces.
Growing without under canopy sucks.
As you can see, all this area should be populated with buds, but there wasn't any under canopy. And then you can see the green here and the immaturity compared to, you know, the top. And that's really what we're trying to reduce, right? This dichotomy of very purple down here and very green here and underdeveloped here and more developed here. That's what under canopy does.
I'm just telling you what he said while you were gone behind your back. I'm just being honest with you.
I don't trust a word you fucking say. So, second harvest in the R&D facility, still no under canopy. We took these rooms over day 17, figuring it out as we go. But as soon as we get these rooms fully down and cleaned, we can start upgrades, and we're gonna add chromas to all of them. So this is our last harvest before we have all the rooms fully upgraded, and then we'll be showing out what we can do with the chroma units. Can't wait for Dakota to take shots of us weighing plants with under canopy.
We very much just let the plants do their thing and supported them, and we ended up with some really great product in the end. But because there was no under canopy, we had, you know, much higher ratio of Bs to As than we were liking to see. It actually was close to 50% Bs. We did a great job of managing these rooms, getting them to the finish line so that we could get under canopies in there, reduce planting density, add dehums. This place had really good bones when we walked in. We just needed to make a few fine tweaks.
These racks, Super New to Pros, S&P racks, are they were designed by Jordan, who also is the owner operator of Blueprint. You can basically harvest outside your room, hanging on the rack, weigh them if you need to weigh them before, and then just roll them into your dry room. And then they're super mobile. So when you go to buck, you just take a rack out, and they hold 54 plants a rack, I want to say. It's great. I basically only bought 6 racks for when 3 and 4 come down.
Any of the weak ones, let's pull out because we have enough Versace. This is all Versace right here. Plus there's 18 more plants in the veg.
Under canopy lighting, it really is that last little variable that you can add to really hone in that final product goal that you have.
This aisle spacing is really tight, so it's a little bit more difficult to do it perpendicular, but we've been liking the effects of doing it perpendicular, so we're doing it here. We just replaced all of the lights, cleaned up the wiring, added under canopies, did some HVAC stuff. We're adding some more DHU in today as well. And yeah, just loading up the plants into the new room.
Managing harvest it's a very tedious process because we are doing so much R&D. It's very, very important that we don't mess up any of the controls and mix them in with the variables. And so harvest is a big, like, all hands on deck day.
Do we need to move then and you guys work in here? 75 ounces. Not bad. Same amount of top lights, just added under canopy. We did get new top lights. We got new HPS bulbs and fixtures because the old ones were barely putting out 600 at canopy. 59.4. In the next run, we'll probably clean some of these up. We could have cleaned up a little more just to focus on the buds that can become bigger. Some of these, just no matter what, they'll always be kind of bee buds. But as you can see, the under canopy just helped not only populate this area that usually gets undercleared, but you can see the color uniformity from top to bottom. So these bags, once they're trimmed up, this bud and this bud look the same in the bag.
When we talk about quality and smokability, this could be me just pulling something out of nowhere. I do believe it is directly affected by drybacks and where you could kind of get your plants to without stressing them out too much.
70 ounces of this. 70 ounces, man. Calyxes are all swollen. Day 56, I mean, the neck bones, these are my favorite to smoke right here. Those are just beautiful. Those are gonna pull off really nicely at trim. So with under canopy, we actually see that conversion from wet weight to dry weight increase a lot because you're not growing bigger plants, you're not growing more stem, you're not growing more leaf, you're simply growing more bud. So that conversion of wet weight really increases because you're not adding any more of those other factors, all that biomass, you're adding strictly bud. This is actually a really nice one. This is the Versace. Came down today, day 56 harvest. 5 minutes of far red on after lights off is all it got. So drying is very similar to cultivation in the sense that you're looking for uniformity of environments. So I don't want to overstuff them. So if you come see here, kind of give them some breathing room in between. So these buds back here dry at the same pace as these ones.
It's hard to see other variables outside of those 4 top lighting setups. And that's our idea, is to really prove out using Favens, under canopy, far red, any kind of spectrum control you may think of in different top lighting scenarios. And I just think that's invaluable to the community. Like, everybody's got a different setup, so let's check as many off as we can.